In this lesson, we're going to be looking at how to convert measurement units. So I put this nice little chart at the top of your paper. You will not have to memorize this. You'll get to use these notes on your test. So don't freak out if you can't memorize it, but a lot of them, as we're working through, you'll probably end up memorizing. So these are the larger units, and these are how you get to the smaller units. So 1 foot is 12 inches, 1 yard is 3 feet, and 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Those are all known as length. If we look at weight, 1 pound equals 16 ounces, and 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. And then we have capacity. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces, 1 pint is 2 cups, and 1 quart is 2 pints, and followed by 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So we have two different sides on our notes here. We have from larger to smaller, and then from smaller to larger. Now, I do have an example over how you should do it in case you can't read your handwriting later. But when we go from feet are larger than inches, when we go from larger to smaller, we will be multiplying. So what we're going to do is we're going to see that this is 36 yards, and we want to go to feet. So we're going to come up here and figure out how many feet are in a yard. If we look right here, we have 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we're going to be multiplying 36 times 3 because there's 3 feet in 1 yard. 6 times 3 is 18, 9, 10. Okay, so when we multiply 36 times 3, we get 108. So there are 108 feet and 36 yards. Our next one has a fraction in it. That means 3/4 tons. We want to know how many pounds are in 3/4 tons. So we come up here, we found ton. There are 2,000 pounds, so we're going to multiply by 2,000. So we have 3/4 times 2,000. Remember, to make it a fraction, we have to put it over 1. Now you can choose to cross cancel, or you can multiply like normal. I'm going to choose to cross cancel because I know 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes up here 500 times. So 3 times 5 is 15, and we add our 2 zeros, so we get 1,500. So 1,500 pounds. Our next ones, we want to change quart into pint. So we're going from a larger to a smaller unit. That means we're going to multiply. We have a mixed number. So before I write it down here, I'm going to change it into an improper fraction. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So 3/2 times. Now we're going to have to figure out how many quarts in a pint. If we look up here, we go from quarts to pints. It is 2. So 2/1. I'm going to cross cancel because the 2's just cross out and make 1s. And so I get 3 for my answer. And so in 1.5 quarts, sorry about that. Don't worry about move it right now. In 1.5 quarts, we have 3 pints. Now on this other side, when we go from a smaller to a larger unit, we have to divide. So let's take a look at this. I have 2,640 feet into mile. Okay, so we're going to be dividing. We're going to come up here, and we're going to see that there are 5,200 feet in 1 mile. So we're going to take 2,640, and we're going to divide by 5,280. Obviously, 5,280 cannot go into 2,640, so we're going to add a decimal and a 0. And if you work it out, you'll see that 5 times 5,280 gives us 26,400. So your answer is 0.5. Now I'm going to show you another way to do that. And I'm just going to put it right up here in the blank space. We can also do it like they showed you in the example over here. So we're going to start with the number that they give you right here. So I have 2,640. We're going to put that over 1 times. It's asking for miles, so we're going to put 1 mile on top. And then we decided that there's 5,280 feet. So 5,280 feet. And this is also feet over here. So our feet cancel off because of the cross canceling. And now you see how they both have a 0 at the end. That means we can divide by 10 and easily take those off. Or we don't have to do that either. We can just multiply straight across, and we get 2,640 over 5,280. And we have to figure out what we can simplify by. And since 2,640 is half of 5,280, we can actually simplify by 2,640, and we'll get 1/2 as our answer, which is the fraction version of 0.5. So I don't care which way you do it. This one just seems really big because it has really big numbers. I'll show you how to do both of them on the next problem also, and you can decide which one you want to do. So we have 100 ounces. We want to make it into pounds. So I'm going to show you both ways. So we're going from a smaller to a larger, so we're going to have to divide. If we look up at our chart, ounces and pounds, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound, so we're going to do 100 divided by 16. I know 16 can't go into 1. It cannot go into 10, but it can go into 100. So if we try, let's try 16. I'm going to try 6 to see. We have 6 times 6 is 36. 6, 7, 8, 9. So it goes in there 6 times. We're going to subtract 96. We get 4. Decimal 0. 16 times 2 is 32. We get an 8, 0. Bring it down. 16 goes into 80 5 times. So our answer is 6.25. Now, if you don't like that way, you can do the fraction way. So I'm going to just show you right down here. We'd have 100 ounces over 1 times 1 pound, because we're trying to find pounds. And we said there are 16 ounces, so we put 16 on the bottom. I'm going to cross cancel to make this a little easier, because I know 4 goes into 16 4 times. And I know 4 goes into 100 25 times. So we end up with a fraction of 25 over 4. Now that's an improper fraction, so we need to change that to a mixed number. So we have 25 divided by 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So 6 and 1/4, which is the fraction version of 6.25. So either one of those work. I don't care which way you show me, whichever way works best for you. Now we have 3 cups equals how many pints? Again, we're going from smaller to larger, so we're dividing. So I'm just going to show division from right now. So we have 3 divided by, we go up here, we're looking for cups and pints. So cups and pints, we're going to divide by 2. 2 goes into 3 once. So we get 1.5. Or you can change it to 1.5, same exact thing. Now let's look down here at 18 feet. We're going from smaller to larger because yards are larger than feet. We're going to do 18. And I know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard, so I'm going to divide by 3. 3 goes into 18 6 times. So our answer is 6. And then our last one, I have 5,000 pounds. So how many tons? Pounds are smaller than tons, so we're going to be dividing. There are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton, so we're going to divide by 2,000. 2,000 goes into 5,000 twice because that is 4,000. And we get 1,000. Instead of making it into a decimal, I'm just going to make it into a fraction. So I have 2 and 1,000 over 2,000, which I'm going to simplify by 1,000. One more 0. And I'm going to get 2.5. And that's how you convert customary measurements. You can if you're having a hard time understanding, you can always search converting customary measurements on YouTube, or you can go to Khan Academy. They have some great videos and some practice for you.